11 to 13 grams of sugar and 60 to 70 calories per serving.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
A year ago, hasn't taken a ton, but got that one to fall. Boswell looking to answer for the Wildcats, and he does from the left wing. Another
style body finishes over Ballo.
17-16 Utah, Cats with the ball. Boswell inside to Ballo, and he slams it home. For his teammates, out to Ballo, swing it for Larson. Pella drives into the paint to Ballo, who slams home two more.
As a result of Pella.
Trevis handed off for Love. Love driving on Erickson, dump it inside. Keyshawn's wide open, slam two. Bounce snagged by Caleb Love. Love will take it quickly straight down middle of the court. Stops there after Boswell. Crank a three. It's up and good. Caleb Boswell. Outlet Boswell. Runs it in a hurry. Boswell down. Stop and pop a three in transition. And buries it. For Love. Caleb takes it down to the right corner to Keyshawn. Johnson out high to Larson. Pella. Bounce pass back to Johnson. Down the lane and slam it home with the right hand.
Aggressive.
Trying to tie or take the lead. Ben Carlson throw it inside. Brent Carlson tipped away by Ballo, stolen. Now Arizona back the other way. Boswell. No look to Ballo, who slams it home. There is Trevis the rebound. Smith still sitting in the lane. Wildcats throw it to Larson. Slam it home. Timeout. Retrieve it there. 15 to shoot. Plenty of time. Love now driving the other way to the bucket and slams it down. Nobody got in his way.
Like a heat-seeking missile right down the lane. Tomahawk for two.
Looked at the three. Drives to the right elbow. To Lewis, back to Love. He'll jump up the deep three. It is good.
You want?
And grabbed by Love. Cats on the run. Love quickly down. Stop. Pop a three straight away. He's feeling it now. Caleb Love. Oh, good. Follow the Arizona rebound. Outlet Boswell. Quick no look down to Johnson, and Keyshawn slams home two more.
Kylan Boswell's vision and ability to draw the defense away from where he's looking.
To Love. Caleb holding. Inside to Ballo. Pump fake and slam it home.
Big post up from Big Ballo. Carlson can.
44-25 here in the second half. Ballo catches it. Bounce pass. Keyshawn. Slam home two more.
Was a dunk fest at McHale Center on Saturday night. Arizona, the 10th ranked team in the country, knocks off the Utah Utes 92-73 to complete the sweep of the Rocky Mountain schools and move to 3-1 in Pac-12 play and stay a game behind their rivals to the north. Again, who win over the Colorado Buffaloes tonight to move to 4-0 in Pac-12 conference play. Welcome to the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show. I am David Kelly. He is Kelvin Ifan. He is in the dark, J.W. Madden. But he'll be in the light very shortly. And we are with you tonight. You can give us a call at 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program tonight. Caleb Love, real hot in that second half, boy. He got going 9 of 15 from the floor for the ball game. Finished with 23 points on the night to go along with 6 rebounds and 6 assists. That was something we had talked about on Thursday night. The assist numbers had been down the last few ball games. In fact, I think he had only had like 2 assists in the last 4 ball games, but he got back to scoring and dealing. He was the leader of the offense out there tonight, Caleb Love. And the thing that I like about Caleb is just, again, I think he's got the ability to take over a game when he wants to. The energy that he can bring on both ends of the floor to create for this team, jumping into passing lanes, jumping out on guys, bringing the ball across the timeline defensively, and then downhill on offense. I saw a lot of the things I like in this game. I saw downhill Caleb Love. I saw Keyshawn Johnson being established early in the game. Those are 2 things that I want to see from this team offensively, and I got them both tonight in a huge win. Kelvin, your initial thoughts on this 19-point win tonight at McHale Center?
Yeah, I just thought that, I knew the guys would come out with a lot of good energy, knowing that they only played basically 20 minutes in the last game. So I knew that there would be a lot of energy from the guys. I knew the coach would probably try to play them 35, 30, at least 30 minutes in this game because, again, you got to keep these guys in game shape. And I thought it was just a good game. Utah came out. They were hungry. They lost to Arizona for Arizona State for their first conference loss. So they were trying to make sure they didn't get swept. So they had a lot of energy. They was throwing up a lot of threes. A few fell. Well, 10. Wow. 10 fell in, but you shot 35 to get there, though. So you still, that's easily math there, but 30% somewhere in there, right? So, I just felt that, again, the guys just played hard and tough. They had to jack a lot of threes to keep themselves in it.
Yeah, and the one thing I'll say is what I've said before. They took a lot of threes. I thought a lot of those threes were open threes. They just didn't make them. And in a game in another place where they make those shots, it could be a closer ball game. I still think maybe Arizona wins, but that was the direction they decided to go tonight, was to try. I mean, and they didn't really come in as a team that was shooting that many three-pointers. But again, looking at the blueprint of the success of some of the other teams have had, and that's what they decided to do in this game.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, that people think that's their best chance to beat the Wildcats. And when I look at Utah, the makeup of their team, they didn't have a lot of guys that could penetrate past our guys. I thought our guys could lock them up and force them to take tough shots. So, some of the tough shots that their big guy made, Madsen, there was some tough when you don't believe that those shots are going to go down. Because a lot of time the hands were in his face on those couple that he had. Some other ones were a little bit open. And it led me to think that, sometimes when you're running your defensive coverages, you're not going to let other people change it just because they may not make a couple threes in a couple games and beat you. Now, of course, you don't want that to beat you, but when I look at the way that they're playing, they're still helping. They're still sagging, helping off and then chasing down the shot guys. So I did see them start to make a effort to really stay with Madsen once he started making a few of them.
Right.
But the other guys, I still just seen them playing their normal defense where they help side, rotate back. I can understand that at the end of the day. You want to you win and lose with what got you there sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. 92-73, the final score. J.W. Madden, your initial thoughts on this 19-point win?
Well, obviously the first half was really close. The defense there in the first, 10 minutes of the second half really blew it open. Caleb got hot. The big stat that jumps out to me, guys, is 42-24. That was the rebounding differential. So you're talking about Utah is probably the second biggest team in the conference, second best rebounding team in the conference by the numbers, and Arizona just dominated them on the glass. So, yeah, and as far as three-point shooting goes, here's the thing. Most teams will take more threes against Arizona than they normally would, right? Most teams are going to shoot from the outside a lot, and that's because the length at every position on the Arizona team. It's not just Ballo. It's not just Krivas. You're talking about, KJ, Keyshawn, very, very long and good shot blocker, Kelvin. So I think a lot of teams you're going to see take their chances shooting from the outside more than they normally would. But that was Utah's strategy last year when they beat Arizona, bringing Carlson out and shooting a lot of threes. I think he shot 18 in those two games. So I'm not surprised at all. I'll have to go back and look at the tape as far as how many of those shots were open threes versus ones in their face. I agree with Kelvin. I think I saw a lot of hands and faces in a lot of those situations. But, yeah, I just think the home court and how Arizona plays here in Tucson is just so evident how much energy they get from that crowd, and just really played a couple of really good games against a couple of really good teams this weekend. Colorado obviously being down a couple of players, but Utah and Colorado are both NCAA tournament teams. Should be by the end of the year.
We've been talking a little bit about this offensive shot chart and how at times the Wildcats miss a lot of shots around the rim, the layups and the dunks and whatnot. They were 23 of 33 in this game tonight, layups and dunks, which is 69%. They had 11 dunks. I said it was a dunk fest. They had 11 in this ball game. Is that about? Is that an acceptable number? Layups and dunks, 70%, or should that be a higher number?
I mean, against a team with 2 7-footers in their lineup, I don't know. I think I'll take 70. I could take a 70 against these guys.
Yeah, there's some degree of difficulty, too. It should have been 12 because Pella did that behind the back over his left-hand shoulder. That would have been for his 1,000th. That was such a sick move.
It was.
He did, and he just barely missed that one. So it's really dependent upon the level of misses, right?
Yeah.
If you're talking about wide open layups in the open court and you're just bricking that, you cannot have that.
Nah. You got to be 100 on those.
Yeah, finishing in traffic, at this level isn't always easy. We've talked about the missed opportunities in the paint in games they've lost, DK. That's been the big topic of conversation when they went 2-3 during that stretch. And a lot of those misses, when you're talking about a double overtime loss, right, to FAU, missing 10 shots at the rim, that's tough because any one of those could put you over the top. So in a game like this where you wind up, pushing the lead out to 19 and winning by a good, healthy margin, I'm not as concerned about those, but certainly you got to clean it up. As far as like Carlson and those guys in the interior, like Kelvin said, it's just tough against length because it's that threat. It's not even necessarily shot blockers as much as that threat gets in the back of your head, and you might take a slightly different angle, Kelvin, towards the backboard or whatever that you normally would if it was clean. So, yeah, I mean, I think if you're talking about close games, it's super important, DK, especially moving forward in the league on the road. You got to finish good looks at the rim. If your offense works the ball around and gets you a clean, good look right at the rim, that's what you got to finish.
And how about this defense for Arizona taking the 2 best scorers for Colorado and Utah completely out of these 2 games this weekend? Brandon Carlson, 7 points on 3 of 10. He took 5 threes and only made 1. 7 points for Brandon Carlson. And what was it for KJ the other night? I think he got 10. I mean, these are 2 guys that last weekend put up a 34-piece each.
Yeah,
and you held them to 17 points in these 2 games.
And I'll tell you this. First, I want to compliment the guards for rebounding. When you take a team shot 35 threes, they missed 25 of them. And you go and look at the guard rebound, and I guarantee it's around 17. They were getting a lot of those long rebounds and keeping these guys from getting extra shots. Only 6 offensive rebounds for a team built on size. The second best rebounding team in the pack, I'm pretty sure. And these guys got dominated on the boards by a team effort. Now, Ballo did have his 9, but besides that, this was just a team effort. Several guys with 5, 6 for a guard in Love.
Caleb with 6.
Yeah, and then 7.
Jaden with 5.
And then in 14 minutes, Krivas had 7. So, that's with 4 offensive boards. He led the team with 4 offensive boards today. So I just thought that they really honed in on saying, you know what, they have a big team. We're gonna show who's the really big brothers in this.
And Pella probably for the first time in his career 0 rebounds in 29 minutes, right? But the reason for that, if you look at that second half run where they 12-0, and then Utah scored a couple buckets, and then Arizona went on another 6-0 run. Almost all of those buckets, including that crazy no-look pass from Mr. Boswell, all of those were long rebounds, Kelvin, straight towards the top of the key. So a missed 3-pointer that bounces straight to the top of the key and gets picked up by an Arizona guard, it's an outlet pass.
Yeah, it's
from
a fast break.
Yeah, that's an instant fast break. So a lot of those long rebounds, so much of that is just knowing where the ball is going to be, understanding angles, understanding where people are shooting from, and how that ball is going to come off, because it's always going to be different. A baseline 10-footer does not come off the rim the same way as a 10-footer straight away. A 3-pointer from the angle, 45-degree angle, is not going to come off the same. So really smart and really heady defensive rebounding, especially from the guards.
Oumar Ballo needed 17 points to get to 1,000 for his career. He got 17 points. Pelle Larsson needed 7 points to get to 1,000 for his career. He got 13. Congratulations to both of those young men for getting to 1,000 points in 2 different places. Pelle played a year in Utah, mostly here at Arizona, and Oumar played a year at Gonzaga, mostly here in Arizona. 2 players getting to 1,000 point, and we heard on the post-game show, happy birthday, Conrad Martinez. Coach a little bit upset that he did not get Conrad into the ball game on his birthday. He tried to, but unfortunately, I think he was at the scores table, as a matter of fact, getting ready to check in when Utah pulled up stakes and said, we're not going to shoot anymore, and they ran out the rest of the game. So Conrad did not get in, but happy birthday to Conrad, and he'll have tremendous opportunities.
Jefecito, isn't that what they call him?
El Jefito.
Yeah, little boss.
El Jefito, little boss.
So that's the 54th and 55th Arizona Wildcats to pass the 1,000-point scoring mark. The lowest 1,000-point scorer is that dude who never lost a game in McHale.
Ooh.
Mr. Muehlbach, 1,006 points.
I know where you're going, Calvin.
Thank you, DK. Thank you. I just got to say it. I'm sorry.
1,000 at Arizona. Let's get there first.
Yeah, we'll put that asterisk. Well, you know what I said? I said, put the quotations over there of 200 of these points were scored at Utah.
Right.
Now, with Ballo, it don't matter. He'll score 20 points.
Get
his is here.
Yeah, he'll get 1,000 U of A points for sure before the end of this season. All right. We want to hear from you. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Lots in store for you on this edition of the Postgame Show. We'll review our keys to the game, our best bets. Woo! That over. It's going to be an interesting look on that. Don't think we quite hit that tonight. Missed it. Just missed it, as they say. Just a bit outside on the over tonight. As well as we'll go back to McHale Center and hear first from the players. We'll do that coming up. It's the Meridian Wealth Management post-game show with Kelvin Ifan and J.W. Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show is brought to you by Advanced Auto Care, Crest Insurance Group, Desert Diamond Casinos, First Chiropractic, Frog Inn Firkin, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, the Polston Results Team with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, the Window Depot, Blue Whale Car Wash, Caruso's Italian Restaurant, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, The Diamond Store, Goldberg and Osborne, Goodfellas AC.
Hey, Eugene, what's with the giant pile of scratcher tickets?
With these scratchers, I'll win enough dough to enroll in the UberTube car repair classes and finally know how to fix your car right.
Well, then keep on scratching, Eugene.
Good luck on that, guys. But if you need a sure thing in automotive repair or for your next set of tires, check out Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. And this month, pay with your Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care card and get $66 back.
And check out our full page of promotions and discounts at jackfurriers.com.
Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960, here to get you there.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Thana Autumn Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez of Meridian Wealth Management, and I'd like to invite you to our complimentary retirement income workshop held every Friday at 10 a.m. in our offices at the Williams Center. We discuss the key risks in retirement, how retirement has changed, and how to best plan for success. A recent study showed 60% of retirees would go back and plan differently if they could. We want to help you avoid the would've, could've, should've. Call our office at 719-1433 to reserve your seat today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
This summer, savings is the ultimate drive.
The road has been long, and now you're here. One incredible family.
You've saved so many families so much. I want that opportunity.
Savings and Selection 100, now playing at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Go to O'Reilly.com, call 747-8000, or test drive one on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Find new roads at O'Reilly Chevrolet. More than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rock & Kay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Hit the community trails, explore local parks like Saguaro National and Colossal Cave, and mingle at private Diamond Community Park events. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rock & Kay is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 11 different model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in-ready homes and special incentives. Live RockandK.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
You want to protect her, you'll give anything to make sure nothing harms her. Every minute together makes unforgettable memories. Except that time you parked her under that tree and...
Oh, come on, man, really?
Sorry, we'll never speak of it again. But remember who came to her rescue? Recon Auto Detailing. Arizona's premier auto detailing company comes directly to you. We'll make your masterpiece shine like it should, and with a monthly maintenance package, we'll keep it that way. Recon Auto Detailing. Online at recondetail.com.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is the ultimate team when it comes to your home's comfort.
Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's free furnace season at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And to spark business, we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we'll include a Wi-Fi thermostat, 10-year parts and labor warranty, plus we have 0 interest financing available.
Call or text 520-200-2422 today or visit rightwayac.com.
Desperate buyers have created tremendous opportunity for sellers. If you've had the slightest thought of selling your home, it's time to call Sean Poston with the Poston Results Team at Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. Why choose the Poston Results Team? Past performance, more money in your pocket, over a 65% referral rate, an incredible Poston Results Team staff, and most important, communication, because you and your home matter. The Poston Results Team. When buying and selling really matter, go to TucsonHomeValues.com. That's TucsonHomeValues with an S.com.
The Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
92-73, the final score tonight at McHale Center in front of 14,688. Good crowd tonight. Very good crowd. There was there was a few empty seats up top, I thought, on Thursday night, but the upper sections were pretty well packed up tonight for this Saturday night affair, and the Wildcats put a whooping on them. How about the Arizona offense shooting 55% from 3 in these 2 games over the Utah Utes and the Colorado Buffaloes, making 11 threes on Thursday night and then getting another 10 made threes tonight, going 10 of 18. That's what the doctor ordered. That's what I want to see, guys.
Yeah, picking their spots better, and also even when they're dribbling into their shot, they're really using their legs. You're gonna always hear me talk about the legs on the shots because a lot of time you have to have enough legs, and the follow through is all just fundamentals. But no, man, the guys are taking good shots. They're picking their spots. They're taking the shots that they want, and when you do, you usually shoot a high percentage.
All right, let's go back to McHale Center. Want to let you hear from the players after the ball game. The 2 1,000-point men, Pella Larson and Umar Balo, talking about their achievement.
I honestly didn't know. Coming to the game, I had no idea that I was that close. And when I was 4 points away, that was when Pele got his, and then they told me, "Hey, you 4 points." I was, oh wow, I didn't even know that.
My mom texted me right after last game, so she made me aware of it.
Well, I mean, just considering where you guys started your careers and then where you are now, just thoughts on that accomplishment and being able to stick it out?
Honestly, I started Gonzaga, played 1 year, didn't really play much. So came here for 3 years, been a long and great 3 years, and I'm grateful for it. And happy for Pele that he got his 1,000 point too. So, yep.
Yeah, I mean, it goes by quick. It's been a lot of fun, and when you just hoop, you kind of don't really pay attention to this kind of stuff that just happened. So I'm happy for O, and yeah, next game is Saturday.
Fitting, Pella, that it happened against Utah too?
I mean, I guess it's kind of full circle if you want to write that, but it's. I think one guy left on that team from when I played there, but they're a great group of guys, and I mean it's fun anytime I play them.
You guys feel like you're playing like you were before, maybe a month ago, just everybody on the same page, playing really well.
Yeah, I mean it's our defense. Whenever we play good defense, good things happen, and definitely getting back to being more aggressive and going after people on defense.
You guys had 11 dunks in this game. Was there any concerted effort just to try to be better at finishing at the rim and not leave it up to chance by putting the ball in the air?
Honestly, we were just trying to make layups, whether it's a dunk or laid in. We just wanted to make 2 point. And if we had the chance to dunk the ball, which is like 100% or less, like secure to make the basket, then we just take that. But we were not trying to dunk everything. It just happened.
What did Tommy say at half? You had shot the ball well, but they were still close. They hit some shots on the perimeter, and then you guys got intense there in the second half. Is that?
What was the question?
What did he say at halftime? It was still a close game at the half.
Yeah, I mean, just that. I mean, we're playing a good team. It's no surprise. Like most teams in Pac-12 are good teams, and you're gonna have good games. But just stick to the plan and keep pounding it inside, and just let the offense do the talking, and like the ball movement do the talking. So we just moved the ball a little bit more, and we got easy looks.
Was there any key defensively, or what do you think? Maybe in the second half, shutting down the threes, maybe contesting them a little more compared to say like Stanford or anything? Was it a different approach defensively in the second?
No, I mean we always want to contest shots, and they made a few heavy contested ones, and we fouled on some 3-pointers too in the first half. And then I mean we keep putting that pressure, and we tell our guys just stay with it. They're gonna miss, and we're gonna run. So good things are gonna happen.
When Caleb goes on a streak there, I think he had 4 straight shots. You probably see it often in practice, see it often in some games. How is that for you guys? When you see it?
I mean, Caleb is a great player. He's a guy who can do a lot of things: scoring, playing defense, passing, and for him, to have the team on his back for a little stress, and that helps us. He's a guy like you can rely on him that he's gonna get the job done.
Time for one more question for the guys.
Pella, what did seeing those 3 signs to the crowd, did that impact anything from the 3-point shooting tonight?
I mean, it was fun every time we hit a 3. You see the whole crowd engaged and stuff, and I guess we probably got some good pictures too from it. But I mean, we don't really pay attention to it. Like when we're playing, we're so into the game.
Yeah, he's very intuitive. He's gotten very intuitive as Pelle Larsson. He understands the American media. Yeah, if you want to write that. I mean, he's got a fun personality. And again, Tommy Lloyd, and you'll hear Tommy Lloyd's comments coming up a little bit later. And as he talks about just the love that he has for those 2 kids right there, especially for Pelle, who took a chance on him. He said Pelle could have gone anywhere when he left Utah, and came to a program to play for a guy who'd never coached a game before. And so apologized that he did not know that he knew Umar had passed 1,000 points. He had to apologize that he was not aware that Pelle had scored 1,000 points. We need to get on Coach Lloyd's assistant. You know, you got to let Coach know it's Conrad's birthday. We got to get him in the game, and Pella has 1,000 points.
I would have been coach. Let me be coach on that. I don't care. I'm just trying to win a game.
That's exactly what he said.
I don't care.
That's exactly what he said.
It's not my job to worry about that. I'm trying to win a game.
What he said was, Brian's like, it's so great to see Umar and Pella pass 1,000, and coach is like, yeah, it's all right, whatever. We're not about individual stuff here. We're just trying to win games. It's like basically what he said. Yeah,
you gonna pat him on the back behind closed doors, but
sure,
out in front of the world, I don't care. I'm not looking into that. That's not my job. My job is to get dubs.
Actually, I did not do a very good job paraphrasing. What he actually said was, we play for the school, we play for the university, we play for the fans, and we play for the city. Is that what he actually said when we're referencing how they don't worry about those individual things because it's about more, right?
Yeah. Indeed. All right, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Again, as we mentioned in the first segment, 11 dunks in this ball game for Arizona. It turned into a dunk fest in that second half. 7 of those 11 came after the intermission. Then you look at the numbers, and a lot of the things that you want to see from Arizona happen tonight. 50 points in the paint. I believe I heard Rhino mention that they average right around 46 points in the paint. They got to 50 tonight. Fast break points, they had 20. And Caleb Love, man, I'll tell you, that effort play where he lost control of the ball, got the steal, went back, was able to dive on it, get control of the ball back again, and then just drive back down the court, uncontested down the lane for a slam dunk. Almost missed it again. Missed the slam dunk Thursday night. Almost missed it tonight, but was able to get just enough. I think he believes he can fly from wherever.
Yeah, he take off. He take off. He on that. He on the script. I mean, he taking off, man. I mean, and it's exciting to see. It's fun, man.
Yeah.
I remember I talked to Jason Gardner, and I said, man, where the dunks at? Where the lobs at? And he said, trust me, they're coming. and man, I mean, you from KJ Lewis to Keyshawn Johnson to Love.
Keyshawn's dunk in the paint in traffic was pretty filthy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was nice. So, yeah, man, these guys, man, are playing above the rim, and it's bringing that energy. I think that's helping bringing that energy back into McHale, because in the last couple of years, we didn't really have it like that. We didn't have the lobs and the the breakaway dunks like that, and Ballo seems to even be going up with another aggression, because you know how it is when you see your boys dunking like that. Like, I knew Ballo was going to dunk his 1,000-point because he saw Pella get his on the lob like that. Yeah. So, it just inspires you when you're playing in a game like that and your boys are draining threes. You want to get in on the party. You want to drain the three, and it's the same with dunking and passing. And pass is contagious. Once the guy started making nice passes, even though I thought early in the game I saw him he's trying to look for the nice pass. Right. Now, my guy, Kylan looking for the nice. Did you see when he jumped up on the baseline, J-Dub, and tried to throw the ball back between his legs?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, come on, man. But he came back with that full court. And he put the little extra pizzazz on it where he turned his head, but he didn't have to turn his head. He could have just threw the bullet, but, the turning of the head, making it look like a no-look, the perception of a no-look, it makes it even flyer, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and good to see, we were talking about the shooting percentages earlier. Good to see Umar back up 8 for 12. Maybe the only one of the few negatives, Moteas Krivas, who had been 16 of 18 in his last 4 games coming in, just went 1 for 5. A little bit tougher game for him to score, but he still had the 7 rebounds. Yeah. Only 1 foul tonight, so didn't get too physical like we had seen in the Colorado game, but still a lot of positive growth there from Moteas Krivas. All right, 520-848-1290. Let's talk to the one and only Dana Cooper from the Arizona Wildcats Football Radio Network. Dana, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks, guys. Enjoy the show. Listening to Tommy Lloyd really get on himself about forgetting to play Connie Martinez tonight, it made me think back to years ago, the 87-88 season, when the Cats opened with a home exhibition game against the Russian national team. And the game was nip and tuck for a while, but toward the end, Arizona had a pretty good bulge, and there's under a minute left, and Lute realizes that he forgot to play somebody. So he's slapping himself on the knee. God dang it. And he tells the kid, hurry, go in there and take it for Steve. And there was only like 10 seconds left. And he was just really sincerely upset that he forgot to play this guy. And the guy that he forgot to play was Matt Muehlbach, who was sitting courtside doing the call of tonight's game.
Oh, wow.
Just interesting to see how eager coaches are to get these key role players into the game to give them a chance. But it was an interesting memory.
That is a great. That's why we love you, Dana. You've got the evidence to go back many years with many stories about the Arizona Wildcats. Hey, Dana, obviously huge finish to the season on the football side. What were some of your final memories and takeaways from the way the season ended, Arizona State and then the Alamo Bowl?
Well, when you can almost match the margin of victory that the Sun Devils pinned on U of A 2 years ago, had Noah not thrown the touchdown pass, and if it had Sun Devils not, converted whatever it was, we were almost looking at another 70-point total for Arizona. So to see Noah do what he did at the end of the season was fantastic. To win up at Sun Devil Stadium was huge. To win 9 games was huge, and then to beat really a marquee program like Oklahoma was fantastic. And first time in conference history that a school has gone from 1 win to 10 wins in the span of 2 years. And for as long as I've been around, guys, I think what Jed Fish has done and his whole coaching staff with the football program in 3 years, I think it's one of the 2 or 3 best stories in the last 30 or 40 years of Arizona sports history. So huge compliment to the coaching staff and the team and everybody that was involved in just putting a storybook season together.
Maybe we need to get a video crew for Jed Fish like Prime has his, because Jed said that this was going to be a 30 for 30 someday. So I wonder if maybe there's you might know, is there a hidden film crew that's kind of been documenting this whole turnaround, and we might see that movie here come 2060 or something around then. I won't be around probably.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a hidden film crew, but the Cats, they have a videographer in the football department named Steven Gonzalez.
Yeah.
This young man's really gifted. He is really gifted. Some of the things that he can put together, and he's been documenting, of course, the whole year. So I'll have to check with Steven and see if they've got a full-length motion picture in store. Who knows? But they sure have a lot of great material to work with.
With all the success, you end up, losing some key guys in the coaching. And after losing Nansen right now, how do you feel about us being able to get somebody else in that position to keep us on this upward trend?
Well, take a look at what Jed Fish has done to put together a staff in the first place, to go into the transfer portal, to recruit that 2022 recruiting class that just turned out to be so productive at every position. And I think you've got to have every confidence that he's going to find himself the next great defensive coordinator. And I think it's just a really tough loss to have Johnny Nansen leave, but he certainly has earned it, and wish him all the best. But I just really believe in Jed's ability to identify talent from a long way away. And the other thing is, I think Arizona is a very attractive job now, because we've got an offense that can score points, and Jed concentrated on the offense first, and he built the defense behind it. And I jokingly told somebody today, I said, go get the Iowa defensive coordinator. Bring him into a program that can score some points so he doesn't have to feel like it's up to him every game. So who knows what will happen.
Hey, Dana, what was it like on the sideline when the Wildcats, when Dalton made that play, Gunner took it for the touchdown? What was it like on the sideline as that game began to turn back in Arizona's favor?
Yeah, as you recall, it was just such a sudden change of everything, of momentum, of energy, of the psych factor. I think we were all really worried with Oklahoma having an 11-point lead and taking it down in the red zone, that a score there could have really put the outcome in peril. All of a sudden, he's going the other direction, 87 yards, and the whole psychology changed. And then Irby got a pick, and we ended up cementing the game away. So just the rapid, sudden, emotional change on the sidelines and the psychology. And then they're smelling blood in the water. And, when DJ just ran it in from 19 yards out, I just was shouting on the sidelines, we're going to win this game. And it was spectacular. It really was. And the love in the locker room was so it was one of the most dramatic sudden change turnarounds in a game that I've seen in a while.
We have a lot of guys coming back. I remember the 12-1 season, and we ended up 6-6 the season after that. And it was because I talked to a lot of the guys. They felt like we lost a lot of leadership off of the team with the McAllisters and Daniel Greers of the world. This team have a lot of the Manus and the Fafitas around. Do you think, they're losing a few key guys with the Morgans and other guys, which they didn't have Morgan in the playoff game. What do you think with people coming after them next year? Because they're already saying they're number 1, number 2 in the Big 12. What do you think? How hard do you think it's going to be for this team to keep that success going with people actually coming after them now?
Well, it's a good question, Kelvin. I think some of the answer to that lies to see how the team played when they were underdogs in almost every game they played, with the exception of ASU, and then they were narrow favorite against Oklahoma. They had a chip on their shoulder, and they believed that they were the better team in those games, and it proved out to be true the last 7. So you've got young guys that have had a big taste of what it's like both to lose when they're here early in their freshman year, the ascension and the progression, and the way that they were able to they believed themselves to 10 wins this year. They had talent, they had great coaching, but so much of what Jed has done has been on the belief side of the ball, or belief side of the game. And so I think that they'll be able to keep that going. They know what it's like to win, and when you get a taste of it, you want more. And the whole program is that way now. So those young guys that are going to be juniors next year, that's a pretty solid core, and I think you'll see even greater leadership coming out of them.
And Dana, always great to see your young lady sing the national anthem. That's twice she's sung it this year.
Yeah,
she's the house national anthem singer right now.
Well, it's always a delight to hear her sing, so thank you. That's a proud dad right there. Hey, listen, it's a basketball show, so let me let you get back to the subject at hand. A really good basketball team. It was really great to see these guys get it running up and down the court the last 2 games.
Always appreciate you, Dana. Thanks for the call.
All right, take care, guys. Great
Dana
job.
Cooper from the Arizona Wildcats Football Radio Network works with Learfield in-house and a tremendous person behind not just football, but all the programs at the University of Arizona with what he does on the sales side there for Learfield, bringing in corporate sponsorships and whatnot to the university.
Yeah, I was there for the Soviet team. I mean, I was there for every game in the 80s and 90s, but that was I don't believe Marcelonis and Sabonis played in that game, but that was that team. I mean, that was before the fall of the Soviet Union, and they won the 88. You remember that story?
Yeah.
I think it was John Thompson was the coach. He cut Steve Kerr. They ended up losing to the Soviets. But that was like a 3 or 4 game stretch. I remember they came in 86. I think they came 88. I don't know if it was every single year, but that was back in the Marathon Oil days, right? Like back when you had those traveling, because there wasn't really much pro ball overseas at the time. There weren't a lot of leagues. So a lot of the guys who were 25, 32 weren't in the league. They would get in some of those travel teams and getting the college players prepared. But I remember those Soviet games because those were men, right? I mean, those were, and again, we're talking about Anthony Cook, Sean Elliott. Like that was a great front line for the Arizona Wildcats. But yeah, the Soviets, those are some great games.
All right, 520-848-1290, your opportunity to get in on the program. 92-73, Arizona knocks off the Utah Utes. We'll have much more straight ahead. This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show, along with Kelvin Ifan and JW Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Caruso's, a Tucson tradition since 1938, located on historic 4th Avenue. For 4 generations, Caruso's handmade sauce has been prepared with love by a family member, using only the best ingredients. Enjoy specialty Italian dishes like lasagna al forno, chicken tetrazzini, real Italian sausages, spectacular pizza, as well as many vegetarian options. Caruso's offers outdoor dining on their garden patio, with indoor dining also available. Open Tuesday through Sunday, with all your favorites available for takeout. For more information, call 520-624-5765 or visit their website at carusositalian.com.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or royalkia.com.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open? With a LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez-Lee, President of Meridian Wealth Management. As a fiduciary investment firm, our clients have trusted us to guide them down their financial paths for decades. Whether you are an individual or family, business, foundation, or nonprofit, we are committed to your long-term goals and financial futures. We are proud supporters of the Tucson community and all that makes our city so special. Visit online at meridianwealthllc.com to learn more about Meridian.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer looking for quality car parts in Tucson, look no further. Advance Auto Parts has 6 Tucson locations with over 75 years in business. Advance Auto Parts is the largest car parts retailer in the U.S., and customers know they can trust their products, like Die-Hard batteries, now with free installation, only found at Advance Auto Parts stores. Take advantage of our same-day delivery and pickup. Just visit our website at stores.advanceautoparts.com and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Advance Auto Parts, for all your car repair needs. Now a proud radio sponsor of the University of Arizona Wildcats.
Well, it's that time of year. You dress the kids up for the holiday parties, and they hate it. You dress everybody up for the annual holiday card picture, and, well, everybody hates that. You even dress the turkey, and we're pretty sure he's not happy about that. This year, dress up your yard in time for the holidays. Call Dorado Rock and Materials, and we promise there will be no complaints. Make your yard beautiful and worry-free with their personal service and convenient delivery times. Dorado Rock and Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Southern Arizona Radiology Associates have been dedicated to providing superior images and quality care for the last 35 years. They're the one you trust when you need an X-ray, CT scan, ultrasound, mammogram, or MRI. They have locations in Tucson, Green Valley, and Sierra Vista. Ask your doctor to refer you to Southern Arizona Radiology Associates today. That's Southern Arizona Radiology Associates. Visit their website at sararadiology.com or call 520-335-6849 for more information.
You know, there are times when you want a new truck, and there are times when you need a new truck. So if either of those times are right now, O'Reilly Chevrolet has the time for you. O'Reilly is kicking off Savings and Selection 100. To celebrate 100 years in business, we have over 100 trucks to choose from. See them all at O'Reilly.com. Call 747-8000 or test drive one today on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Find new roads during Savings and Selection 100 at O'Reilly Chevrolet. More than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rock & Kay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Explore natural open space, a network of connecting trails, and a community park within the Vail School District. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rock & Kay with home savings up to $35,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. Live RockandK.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
The Meridian Wealth Management postgame show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290. Wildcats fans, how did today's keys to the game go for the Wildcats? Keys to the game are brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different.
92-73, the final for the number 10 Arizona Wildcats over the Utah Utes. I'm David Kelly, joined as always by Kelvin Ifan and J.W. Madden. We want to hear from you tonight, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. We read a text on the pregame show from a gentleman named Fred. He's a lawyer, about his mother who is in hospice here in Tucson, a longtime Arizona Wildcats fan. She is 94 years old, and he had sent a note to the basketball department asking them to play hard this weekend for his ailing mother. And we talked about that in the pregame show. He texted us back after the ball game saying, "Thank you again. Since I asked the team to win for my mom, Jean, the Wildcats have won 2 games by a total of 66 points." So I'm sure that Jean is enjoying that immensely, and we send all of our thoughts out to Jean as she takes her final steps as a Wildcat fan here in southern Arizona. All right, let's review our keys to the game. And we'll start with Kelvin.
They have 2 7-footers. They bring Kiba off the bench as well, big fella. So I think you got to rebound. Whenever you're playing a big team like that, you know they're going to crash the offensive boards. You know they're going to try to dominate the defensive boards. So you want to win that battle right there. I also believe that when you're playing the 2 7-footers, you want to push the ball as much as possible. Utah want to get back and try to make sure you don't get easy buckets, but I think that we have an athletic and a speed advantage, so I would really love to see us push that ball and get some easy points in transition. And lastly, keep the pressure on the guards. Don't allow them to get open looks and shots because you're looking at the 7-footers. You're looking at Carlson. You're trying to help too much on him. Make sure you keep those guards in check.
Well, Rolly Worcester, who was your pest today, went 0 for 4 from 3. He finished with 7 points in the ball game. I'm going to just keep picking these obscure guys because they never seem to do anything. So I guess that's probably a good thing if I'm giving them bad jujus, because Keba Keita, he played, 4 minutes and took 1 shot in this game.
He got hurt, yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah. He went down there in that
He
first
got
half.
a nice block there.
Yeah.
He got a nice block before he went out.
He did. And so, yeah, I really liked the one guard, Gabe Madsen. He's got one of those smooth shots in the air.
High release.
Yeah. In motion kind of thing going on. And I also thought their bigs were very nice from the mid-range in this game. Both Lawson Lovering and Brandon Carlson are guys that, again, we knew Carlson could score from outside of the post, but I thought they both shot well from the mid-range. In fact, Lawson Lovering finished 3 for 3 in the ball game with 7 points. I was surprised that they maybe didn't try to get him more of those shots in the second half of this game.
Also, one more thing. Ben Carlson. There's a guy named Ben Carlson. We haven't even said his name for the pregame or the postgame.
Now, are they related?
They are, yeah.
Okay.
Brothers, yeah.
Okay.
He started out at Wisconsin. He had a big game last year against Arizona. I think some of the recruits and transfers they brought in, because he's not quite as tall, 6'9", but yeah, as well. Another Carlson on that team.
Yep, 10 points for him tonight on 4 of 12 and 2 of 9 from 3. Your keys, J-Dub.
Yeah, I mean, these are the two best rebounding teams in the conference, right? The only two teams that average 40+, so completely agree with Kelvin. You got to make sure that you're solid on both sides of the court on the rebounds. Also, they do shoot a lot of threes because of Carlson and those guys opening things up. We saw that inverted offense up there in Salt Lake was really super effective. So whoever gets that assignment, obviously Keyshawn we expect, definitely got to get out and make sure that he doesn't get any clean, open looks, especially early. Also, Utah draws a lot of fouls. So I just think playing solid defense like we saw the other night versus Colorado and just keeping your hands out of that cookie jar. And lastly, real quick, I just think I want to see Mo Krivas expand upon the last few games that he's had. This is a game where you're going to see a lot of 7-footers for the Utes. Probably the game he's going to have the opportunity to get in and match up against guys. We always talk about who's he going to guard. Well, plenty of guys on the other side of the ball. So I'd love to see Krivas come out and just keep reproducing that dominant performance. And obviously, Ballo as well. Ballo. 1 for 8 was he last game. Just finish strong, go up and dunk. Like Kelvin always says, 2 hands, tear that rim down.
Well, he did do that for sure, did Umar Ballo. Tough game for Mo Krivas. He only had 1 turnover, but he had trouble catching the ball tonight, which, again, he's a young guy, so there's going to be nights when he's a little bit inconsistent down there on the post, but he fumbled the one out of the bounds. Then he had another one where he kind of fumbled it, but was able to get it back. Trouble getting his hands on it tonight.
Yeah, they only had 8 points off the bench.
Yeah, and that had been one of the strong suits over the course of the last few games was the point totals they were getting from the bench.
Yeah, I mean, stars were cooking. I mean, look at Keyshawn 9 for 11, Ballo's 8 for 12, Caleb Love goes 9 for 15. I mean, those are some numbers we haven't really seen that many field goals made from the starters alone. So, yeah, they didn't really need as much production off the bench tonight, obviously, to get to that 92. But, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. My biggest takeaway is it wasn't just Krivas. KJ Lewis didn't score tonight, right? I mean, obviously, Krivas gets the 7 rebounds. KJ Lewis had, 3? Oh,
4. Yeah.
4.
4 boards. I was saying blocks. He had 1 block, and then obviously Jaden Bradley had those 3 big steals, led to a lot of those fast breaks. So I mean, the bench was very productive tonight, just not in the scoring column.
And my keys.
Your keys are as such.
So tough defense. I'll put that as one of my keys to the game. Play some tough defense. Don't give away easy baskets tonight for the Arizona Wildcats. Put this team on the line. Make them shoot those free throws if necessary, and make them in order to beat you in this ball game. And I agree with the guard situation. I think the guy you got to be most mindful of is Gabe Madsen and keeping an eye on him. The Sun Devils were able to do a nice job putting the clamps on Gabe Madsen, and if you can hold him down, Brandon Carlson is probably going to get his points. But if you can hold down, again, it's very similar to, I think, what we saw against Purdue, not letting one of those guards get going on you. Lock down Gabe Madsen. That would be my call today. If you can keep him under, say, 14 points, I think it's going to be a good night for the Arizona Wildcats. And defensive communication, I think, is going to be very key in this ball game. This is an offense in Utah. They like to try to get you on the switching and confuse you and create favorable matchups for them with some of their bigs. And so it's going to be very important for the Wildcats to communicate effectively to be able to win this game tonight against the Utah Utes. That was almost the opposite. Gabe Madsen got his points. Brandon Carlson did not get his in this ball game.
They kind of were a little desperate there from 3. And as I said, I think you're going to see that when you talk about the length of Arizona. It doesn't matter if you've got size. If you don't have size, the size that Utah has outside of the young man who got injured, it's not really a lot of interior presence, right? Lawson Lovering obviously can do some things down there, but they only average 23s a game, guys. That's not a team that's shooting 30 plus.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Plus a game. So, I mean, I think they did that big run. Arizona got out to that big, 12-0 run. What did they have, a 3-point lead at halftime? All of a sudden, before you blinked, they were up by 14, 15 points. And I think that was the point at which you just saw them more or less every time down the court trying to shoot themselves back in the game. But, yeah, when you have a situation like that, when you've got a huge deficit and everybody's jacking up threes, then you're going to see all those guys you just mentioned, all those guards, a lot more active than the bigs.
They made their free throws tonight. Kudos to the Utah Utes. They finished 7 of 9. Wildcats only went to the line 9 times as well.
18 total free throws in the whole game.
Not a lot.
That's very low.
Not a lot. All right, those are your keys to the game.
Wildcats fans, that's a look at your keys to the game. They're brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different.
All right, still to come, our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. Who will that go to? We will tell you when the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show continues right here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show is brought to you by Advanced Auto Care, Crest Insurance Group, Desert Diamond Casinos, First Chiropractic, Frog in Firkin, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, the Polston Results Team with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, the Window Depot, Blue Whale Car Wash, Caruso's Italian Restaurant, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, The Diamond Store, Goldberg and Osborne, Goodfellas AC.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Thana Autumn Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
Hi, this is Tim Couch, retired NFL quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, partner at Meridian Wealth Management, and proud member of Meridian's Tucson Advisory Business Council. It's my favorite time of year, college football season. I've always been a proud Wildcat. As our firm has grown in Tucson with Ruben and Natalie Fernandez, I now cheer on 2 Wildcats every year. My alma mater of Kentucky, of course, and our U of A Cats. Here's to a great football season, and go Cats.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer-installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or royalkia.com.
Broadway in Tucson presents the Rockin' 2023-2024 season featuring 8 blockbuster productions including Disney's Aladdin, The Book of Mormon, Hairspray, and Chicago. Enjoy the Southern Arizona musical premieres of Tina, the Tina Turner musical, Ain't Too Proud, The Life and Time of the Temptations, MJ the Musical, and Mrs. Doubtfire. Secure your choice season tickets today and get the ultimate in flexibility and the lowest prices all season. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your season tickets today.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is the ultimate team when it comes to your home's comfort.
Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's free furnace season at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And to spark business, we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we'll include a Wi-Fi thermostat, 10-year parts and labor warranty, plus we have 0 interest financing available.
Call or text 520-200-2422 today or visit rightwayac.com.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 30 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees, bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including 5 in Tucson and Southern Arizona, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 1,800 5-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after any accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and soon you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Why does 1290 run this town?
It's simple. 1290 is the only radio station that can bring you Thursday, Sunday, Monday Night Football, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl. Scoreboard 1290.
This is the home of the Wildcats.
This is Wildcats Radio 1290. Sports fans in Tucson can't survive without 1290. In the fall, we bring you Arizona football, the NFL, and the Super Bowl. Then 1290 brings you Arizona men's basketball, and in the spring, Arizona baseball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Arizona knocks off Utah 92-73 at McHale Center. Wildcats now 12-3. Is it on the season? I'm not seeing the record here on this stat sheet. 12-3, 3-1 in conference play, heading to Washington State on Saturday. So they'll get a week off. This is that week where there'll just be one game, which will be nice for everybody. Only one game to worry about on the road, Pullman, and then they'll come home to face the Los Angeles Schools. And that'll be the following week. In fact, if you want to get your tickets for that series, head on over right now to ArizonaWildcats.com or call 621-CATS to get your tickets for the LA Schools Wednesday and Saturday, January the 17th and the 20th against USC on Wednesday and UCLA on Saturday. I don't know when we're going to get it. I imagine probably that week or the week before we'll get a time on that UCLA game. They still have not selected that yet, but thanks to Goldberg and Osborne, the injury lawyers who are a proud supporter of University of Arizona men's basketball.
You know who's going to be here for that game, the UCLA game, is Howie. I talked to him last night off air when he called in, or not last night, but 2 nights ago.
He lives in Oregon, or?
Yeah, he's in Oregon. I think he said his daughter, I want to say, I can't, one of his family members, but I'm pretty sure he said daughter, they're going to go. What he said is the ticket prices, as you could imagine, for the last trip into McHale for the Bruins already are pretty off the charts. That's what he said. But he had to do it. You know, if you have a chance to be in that building for the last time that the UCLA Bruins come into town.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always the loudest crowd noise when the Bruins are here. And the final, I'm sure that down the road, they'll find their way back into McHale, eventually after they leave the conference or they split and go into 2 different conferences. But that game, guys, is just going to be crazy.
We'll reconvene our weekly talks with Dave Hickey this week, so we'll have to ask him if what's planned. I imagine they've probably got a bunch of stuff planned for that Saturday game. Hopefully it'll be an early tip or a mid-afternoon, late afternoon tip.
K-Rock, I know you come from Texas, and you're all about that life, but there's a lot of Cali boys that you were around on the Arizona basketball team, and a lot of those guys came from that mold of didn't get an offer from the Bruins, right? And always wanted to go back and beat those dudes. It felt like, especially 80s, 90s, and those rivalry times, I mean, those two teams were two of the 10 best in the country for most of that stretch, and it always felt like the Arizona players who were from Southern California had a little bit extra.
Always. The Miles Simons and the Reggie Garys of the world, man. They first of all, they wanted your tickets. Whenever you went to L.A., they wanted your tickets. And J-Dub, I used to be jealous of the L.A. guys because they used to fly home anytime, every weekend for $40 or something.
It's right there,
Southwest, right? But, I couldn't get back to Texas as much. But, man, my Cali guys, man, trust me, they are the foundation, if you ask me, of the Arizona basketball program.
Yeah, I honestly think the distance between Tucson and L.A. is a huge part of Lute's, inventing of this program. Because you think about Kerr was his first recruit, right? Yeah. And that guy wasn't getting any offers out of Pacific Palisades. And
Long Beach State, though. Remember he was over there?
Gonzaga, he went to Gonzaga, and he got matched up with John Stockton. And the coach was like, "You're not quick enough to play at this level, son. Just don't even bother." And it turned out to be John Stockton that he got put up against in that little scrimmage. But I guess what I'm saying is I think what you just said there about how quick it is to fly home is a huge reason why those guys, if they ever wanted to go back home and hang out with their family or whatever, Arizona and Tucson specifically was such a great landing spot because the Arizona student bodies always had a high percentage of Southern California kids anyway. So, yeah, I mean, just being able to get that recruiting ground. And obviously now Arizona's international. Arizona's recruiting all over the country. Been like that for a long time. But the early start of that, a lot of that came from Southern California.
Well, we've already heard two stories of perseverance tonight involving Steve Kerr, told that he couldn't play at Gonzaga and cut from the U.S. national team. Again, that just goes to show you, hey, it may not always go your way. You may not always be considered to be where you want to be, but if you keep working and you keep plugging along, you can end up winning however many NBA championships he's won as a player and coach.
You already said to Kuminga, he said all 15 years I was in the NBA, I wished I could got more playing time.
Yeah,
that's if you're not one of those guys, you're going to be feeling like that if you're a competitor.
Time now for our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. And Kelvin said he raved about how the guards rebounded in this ball game tonight, getting 17 of the 42 boards for the Wildcats as they dominated 42-24 tonight against Utah in that respect. So we are going to give it to Caleb Love. I may have to go back and listen to this, and I might have to go back and figure out what the tally is on this, and we'll create a winner or have a winner at the end of the season. But Caleb Love is our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game with his 6 boards all at the defensive end. Window Depot, lowest prices, biggest inventory. ShopTheWindowDepot.com. 92-73 the final score. We will find out if anybody is winning any money when we come back. It's the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show along with Kelvin Eflon and J.W. Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show is brought to you by Humane Society of Southern Arizona, Lexus of Tucson, Nova Home Loans, Recon Auto Detail, Ride Now Power Sports Tucson, Tucson Police Department, Broadway in Tucson, Dave & Buster's Tucson, Dorado Rock, First Choice Pools, The Good Feet Store, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, O'Reilly Chevrolet, Ram Plumbing, Restaurant Supply Store, Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Rocking KA Master Plan Community Design by Nature, University Termite and Pest Control.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats basketball radio broadcast. 2 powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. CoolWillies.com.
The new Blue Whale Car Wash, formerly Octopus Car Wash, is now open. They're locally owned and operated and offer many ways for you to save. Start now by downloading the Blue Whale Car Wash app. Then visit their website at bluewhalecarwashaz.com to find a location near you. Don't forget to follow them on Instagram and Facebook for even more savings. And for a limited time, their exterior-only wash is $5 at all 4 locations. Blue Whale Car Wash, proud radio sponsor of the University of Arizona Wildcats.
Get the backyard you've always wanted with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you're ready to dive in, then visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Schedule now and get 3 months of full service free. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilders.com. First Choice Pools, the first and only choice.
Savings in Selection 100 is going on right now at O'Reilly Chevrolet because we have selection, we have savings, and we have over 100 trucks, including Chevy Silverados, the #1 selling full-size pickup in Arizona. See them all at O'Reilly.com. Call 747-8000 or test drive one today on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Find new roads during Savings in Selection 100 at O'Reilly Chevrolet. More than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
See dealer for details.
Experiencing the Sonoran Desert's natural wonders comes easy at Rock & Kay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rock & Kay. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockandK.com. Designed by nature, built for you. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Here's wishing you a safe and happy new year. I'm Ron Arenas, the owner of Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Don't let heating and plumbing problems spoil 2024. When you need us, make a resolution to call 520-440-4069 for honest service to the Tucson area for over 22 years. We are proud to serve you.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 30 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees, bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including 5 in Tucson and Southern Arizona, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 1,800 5-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after any accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
Are you ready to adopt? Come to the Humane Society of Southern Arizona. When you adopt from us, you will save more than one life. You'll also make room for the next pet in need. The Humane Society of Southern Arizona has been compassionately serving pets and the people who love them since 1944. Our knowledgeable adoption matchmakers will help you find the right pet for your home and support you after you adopt. We are open 7 days a week at our main campus at 635 West Roger Road. Learn more and see adoptable pets at hssaz.org.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open? With a LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
The Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
92-73, Arizona, number 10 team in the country, knocks off Utah tonight at McHale Center. On to Wazoo next Saturday at 4 o'clock. And the Wildcats will play just that one game next week. And again, there's going to be 2 games against UCLA this season, one here in Tucson, one in Los Angeles. So they'll just travel and play the one game. Much like last year, they just played the one game at Utah. They did not go to Colorado. They will only go to Washington State and not Washington on this trip. Washington State appears to be the better of those 2 teams so far this year, as Washington really struggling. We'll find out how they did.
They have had a ton of injuries up there at the Huskies, yeah.
That's tough because they started the year really well.
Yeah.
Looked like they might be on the way back up, but it has not happened for them. All right, let's find out who's winning money tonight.
Tucson, what happened with today's best bets? Did the Cats beat the spread? It's time to look at the best bets, brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
All right, guys, it was a 13.5-point spread in favor of the U of A. The Wildcats cover that by just a tad, winning by 19. Kelvin and I took U of A and laid the number. So that's a win there. J-Dub took Utah and the 13.5. So that's
I think I said
loss.
12.
Yeah.
I thought the Cats would win by 12, but not quite 13.5. But
no,
I was wrong.
And we were all wrong on the over-under. About this, 166, and it comes in at 165.
Oh man, I thought it was 163 for some reason.
You gotta. I was like, at the end of the game, I'm like, oh man, we're close, close. And then I thought, well, maybe if they try to get going here at the end, but then Utah kind of shut it down, and we did not get past this one. So a point short. Everybody loses on the over/under, taking the over, and it comes in at 165. So
they know what they're doing. That's the thing. If you ever think about over/unders, it's usually to get the line to move. Like they might set it a little bit higher than they think it might be because they think people will bet the under and then the line will move. But it's always going to be right around, outside of some kind of freak show like situation like happened at Stanford with 15 threes made with like an unorthodox stat line from a team. That they're pretty darn good at picking the lines.
There was some game the other day after I wanted to track it. They had a bunch of prop bets. It was like I don't even remember where I saw it, but it was just like it was like if you bet like it was going to be this huge thing if you got them all right.
Right.
I think it was a football game, but I don't remember off the top of my head. So J-Dub is 18-10. DK now gets a game back at 18-10. Kelvin gets a game back at 17-11 after 14 games on the season. So we'll find out what happens next week against Washington State.
Those are today's best bets. They're brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
Caleb holding. Caleb inside to Ballo. Pump fake and slam it home.
Big post up from Big Ballo. Carlson can do nothing but watch the dunk.
17 for Ballo. Tell you about that in a moment. That's his 1,000th point.
Yeah, and the crowd knew it. Crowd knew when Pella got his 1,000th point tonight. Just a good night at McHale Center for those two young men to get over 1,000 points. You'll hear Tommy Lloyd coming up a little bit later before we get out of here and the thoughts that he had on those two young men and them achieving that goal tonight. Kelvin, in a week like this now coming up where you only have the one game, obviously I think school starts on Monday, so they'll be back in class. Is it easier just to go to one place on the road versus going to two places? It's a different routine than you're normally used to having on the road. How generally do these types of weeks work, do you believe?
Well, it's real good on school because usually with the Thursday game, you have to leave Wednesday.
Yeah.
So you miss 3 days of school. So with the one game, you end up leaving out on Friday. You end up leaving out on Friday to get to the game. You got that one game. Who we playing again?
Washington State.
That's the problem.
Pullman.
If you're talking about flying to Seattle, it's one thing. You're talking about a bus ride to Pullman. So again, I think they mentioned that on the post game, Ryan and Brian, how many times they've taken that trip. I lived up there in Central Oregon for a while, and east of the Cascades over there, It's just a whole lot of nothing. Kelvin, you've done that trip many times. So if you're talking about going up and playing at Washington, that's your only game of the week, that's different. But Pullman is always that wild card, and that's not a bad Cougars team either.
Yeah. I'll go back to what I said. I had a conversation with a Big 12 parent over the Christmas holiday, and he said Arizona fans are going to find out real quick that it's not easy to get to some of these places. You're not flying into Los Angeles. You're not flying into San Francisco anymore. It's a reason it's kind of gotten that image of being the truck stop leave. Look, I drove through Manhattan, Kansas one night about 30 years ago, driving back to Los Angeles to go back to school, and it is out there in the middle of nowhere. I don't believe there was a major city for hundreds of miles. So I would imagine it might be a little bit easier for basketball because you charter. I mean, I'm sure there's an airport in Manhattan, Kansas, so I would hope you can fly directly into a lot of these places if you're the team. So hopefully it's easier for them.
For football, basketball don't charter.
I think basketball charters.
They got a charter now?
I think they do. I think
now that's great. Football you usually have one, but basketball
I don't think either. I honestly don't think either of the basketball teams flies much commercial anymore. I even think the women's team charters the majority of their trips now. It's a different era right now, Kelvin. It's a different era. You know?
Sir.
We don't got to go through the airports anymore as much. Now occasionally they may fly commercial, but I don't think they do much anymore. So it's again for the teams. Hopefully it'll be an easy proposition if they're chartering, but for fans it's not going to be easy to get to some of these outposts in Ames, Iowa, Manhattan, Kansas, Stillwater, Oklahoma. Where's
okay in Lubbock?
Where's Lubbock, and where's West Virginia? What city is that?
Morgantown.
Yeah, Morgantown.
Yeah, Morgantown. Cincinnati will be easy.
Yeah,
that'll be an easy one.
That's literally when we had the Oklahoma play-by-play guy on before the bowl game.
Yeah.
You asked him that question in the interview, and that's literally what he said. I mean, he said something about like what should the Arizona Wildcat fans expect to leave, and he said, well, you're not going to be going to LA, you're not going to be going to Seattle.
Right.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
It'll be interesting. All right, 520-848-1290. A few minutes for you to get in on the program. This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. We have the Arizona Wildcats covered on game day like no one else. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
Saguaro Harley-Davidson wants your bike. Call or visit our website to schedule an appointment or stop by today to receive an inspection and an offer. Whether you're looking to trade in or trade up or just looking for some extra money, we are prepared to make you a tempting offer. Don't deal with the hassle of selling it to a stranger. We're here to make the process quick and easy. Only at Saguaro Harley-Davidson or online at saguaroharley.com. That's saguaroharley.com. Some restrictions may apply. See dealer for details.
The universal truth of women's shoes. The cuter they are, the more they hurt.
You have to put your best foot forward, and if your best foot is an ugly shoe, oh my goodness.
Lise Ann thought she had to choose between looking good and feeling good until she got fitted for arch supports at the Good Feet store.
Now I can wear the shoes that I've picked out because I like the way they look, not because they were comfortable.
Good Feet relieved her pain and her fashion dilemma. Stop by or schedule your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Come to the Good Feet store in Tucson at 4811 East Grant Road. At Standard Restaurant Supply, their vision and #1 goal is to improve the lives of their customers and clients by providing a better culinary experience. Standard Restaurant Supply, if it's in a restaurant and not food, they have it. Open to the public, no membership fees, and they offer bulk store pricing without the bulk store purchase. Open Monday through Saturday at 601 South Cherry Avenue or call 885-2345. Standard Restaurant Supply is a proud sponsor of the U of A Radio Sports broadcast.
Hi, it's Floyd, the family man with the family plan. Outdated HVAC systems will drive up your electric bill, drain your wallet, and peace of mind. Save now at Goodfellas with no payments or interest till 2024. Get a 30% federal tax credit, up to $2,000 off qualifying heat pumps. Trust Goodfellas. We're locally owned with thousands of 5-star reviews. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. Visit us at goodfellasac.com to schedule a no-cost estimate.
Cantina nachos, strawberry watermelon margaritas, a few zombie kills, and all your favorite sports teams live? When your day calls for some winning, it's time for Dave & Buster's, where you can eat, drink, play, and watch all the sports you want. They've got massive HD TVs, hundreds of the hottest new games, a chef-crafted menu, and an incredible list of beers, wines, and cocktails. So remember, if your day calls for a little victory, a little triumph, a little win, it's probably calling for Dave & Buster's.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
For over 30 years, Tucson has been putting its trust in First Chiropractic for auto and on-the-job injuries. They're locally owned and a proud sponsor of the U of A radio broadcast. So if you've been injured, make the right choice. First
Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or royalkia.com.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Here's wishing you a safe and happy new year. I'm Ron Arenas, the owner of Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Don't let heating and plumbing problems spoil 2024. When you need us, make a resolution to call 520-440-4069 for honest service to the Tucson area for over 22 years. We are proud to serve you.
The Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Welcome back to the show. Arizona knocks off Utah 92-73. Caleb Love loved the way 23 points. Keshad Johnson also scored 20 points. 9 of 11 from the floor for Keshad. Hit a couple of threes. Keshad 2 for 2 from 3. Kylan 3 for 5 from 3. He's had 7 threes in the last 2 first halves, but has not taken too many threes after that. Pelle Larsson 2 for 2. Caleb Love finished 3 for 8. Philip Bodovicinen missed his only 3-point shot as the Wildcats finished 10 of 18 from the floor. All right, Kelvin, final thoughts from you before we head to, almost a week off.
Well, the Cats did their job. They took her home and in a good position. You got you're 3 games up. You lost 1 game, so you're 3-1. You're right in position still to win the Pac-12. I love the energy that they came out with. Love that Utah gave them a fight because you need a fight. Just on the right track and just need to continue to play this way and get better and continue to solidify that chemistry.
A long trip for 1 game, and you cannot look past Washington State to the LA schools coming in here for what it's going to be a huge home weekend in 2 weeks. Can't look past them.
No, sir.
Not at all. All right, Kelvin, we will see you next Saturday.
Bear down, guys.
And we'll
Bear
talk
down.
to you. We'll talk to you on Thursday in your normal slot for DK on the sports tip. 92-73, Arizona wins it. You'll hear from the head coach, Tommy Lloyd. We'll give you a scoreboard when we come back. It is Meridian, the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is the ultimate team when it comes to your home's comfort.
Thinking about replacing your heating and air system? It's free furnace season at Right Way.
These are some of the slowest months of the year. We have equipment in stock and our crews are available.
And to spark business, we're including an 80% furnace absolutely free with the purchase of an air conditioning system.
And if that's not enough, we'll include a Wi-Fi thermostat, 10-year parts and labor warranty, plus we have zero interest financing available.
Call or text 520-200-2422 today or visit rightwayac.com.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Kia, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Kia, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus or royalkia.com.
University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rock & Kay, nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Hit the community trails, explore local parks like Saguaro National and Colossal Cave, and mingle at private Diamond Community Park events. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rock & Kay is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 11 different model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in-ready homes and special incentives. Live RockandK.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open? With a LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
What up, Tucson? This is Joseph Blair, former Wildcat and assistant coach of the Washington Wizards. When I came to play basketball at the U of A in the 90s, the Tucson community became and has always remained a special part of my life. And this is why I proudly joined the Meridian Wealth Management Tucson Advisory Business Council. If you have financial questions or concerns, please be sure and call my friends Natalie or Ruben Fernandez at 719-1433 or visit online at Meridian Wealth LLC. And as always, bear down, Tucson.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Tired of dry, itchy skin? Have mineral buildup at every faucet. Ram Plumbing's affordable, green, eco-friendly water softener and alkalized purification systems are built right here in our great state of Arizona and use a fraction of the wastewater as their competitors. Want soft water, non-chlorinated, or the best alkalized drinking water? You can trust Ram Plumbing to be your one-stop shop. Ask about their Water Taste Challenge. 40th year anniversary savings, up to $500 off water systems and $40 off any service. If your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double.
At Nova Home Loans, we believe everyone deserves the opportunity to enjoy the independence that comes with home ownership. Whether you're a first-time home buyer who needs down payment assistance, have less than perfect credit, or looking to refinance, Nova has a variety of home loan programs for your unique situation. Visit novahomeloans.com or call 800-955-9125 to learn more. Not a commitment to lend or extend credit. Rates and available loan programs are subject to change without notice. NMLS 3087, BK 0902429, Equal Housing Opportunity.
The Meridian Wealth Management postgame show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Follow the Arizona rebound. Outlet Boswell Quick no as well. Look down to Johnson, and key shot slams home 2 more.
Kylan Boswell's vision and ability to draw the defense away from where he's looking results in a Johnson dunk.
11 points, 6 assists for Kylan Boswell, 20 points on 9 of 11 from the floor for Keshad Johnson, one of 11 dunks the Wildcats had in the game as they knock off the Utah Utes 92-73. Let's head back down to McHale Center and hear from the head coach of your Arizona Wildcats, Tommy Lloyd, who wanted to wish one of his reserves, Conrad Martinez, a happy birthday.
Game. I didn't. We had a lot going on there at the end, and it just wasn't communicated to me that, I was just trying to get through the game, and it's his birthday today, and he's awesome. I watched him work out today, and he played his ass off. So he's really coming along, and he deserved that opportunity, and, I'm disappointed in myself that I wasn't able to give him a reward, but, he's a tough kid, and, he's got real minutes coming in the future, so I can't wait for him to get out there for us. All right, I'll take some questions.
When you brought Pella and Umar here, did you see them as the kind of guys that had the capability to get to 1,000?
Well, they're good. The 1,000-point thing for me, guys, is like, for one, just real simple. I'm not a big birthday guy. I'm sorry. I mean, it's the other day, and I'm not a big milestone guy with basketball. Like I just don't think you play for those things, and I'm really proud of those guys for getting it. But listen, they both, whether they have 999 points or 1,001, are really good players, and they're great guys, and I love having them here. And I thought about it a couple of days ago. You almost get emotional. Pella took a chance on me. He did. I mean, I hadn't won a game, hadn't coached a game, and he was getting recruited by Kansas and us, and and it was a battle, and he put faith in us, and he came here, and we're lucky. Well, I mean, Arizona's lucky, and I'm lucky that he did, and he was obviously going through some tough times. He and I were together, and for him to be able to flip it like this, I don't think anybody 3 years ago would have said, Umar Ballo would score 1,000 points, because at Gonzaga, I don't know how many, he didn't score many, 60. So 940 points at Arizona, and it ain't easy to score 1,000 points in your career in college, and he's going to do it in 3 years. So it's pretty special. So I'm really, really, really proud of him, and he's a great guy, and he's a force.
A lot of guys that fill such strong roles for you on this team, all 5 starters in double figures tonight. What does that speak to your balance?
Well, we want to play balanced basketball. I mean, I was proud of Caleb tonight. Caleb, as we know, he can get hot, and he got on a heater for a minute, and then I just told him, hey, take a breath. You kind of got us a little separation now. Let us bring it home. And 23 is good enough. And I told him going into the last game, hey, I'll take 15 points and great defense. And he's really growing in that, and he's a game changer. So I'm happy for that. But the balance is something we strive for. We don't really tilt our offense in one direction for any one player. We want to make great decisions to play great team basketball, and we have talented players, so they can do some stuff on their own when they get the opportunity. And our bench has been really great. I mean, those 3 guys have been steady off the bench for us. They really are changing the game, and it might not be scoring and stuff like that, but they're really getting in the game. And KJ and JB were in there. We made a run in the first half. I mean, Jaden, plus minus can be a interesting stat if you're really dissect it, but man, he comes out on the high side of it a lot. So for somebody that doesn't score a lot of points, it's something we gotta really drill down on, and I feel really comfortable with him out on the floor, and Krivas is coming on. Obviously had a great game last game, and today he didn't play as good, but I think when he goes back and watches the film, he's going to see he didn't double down on some of the habits we worked on and tried to establish last game, and he got with some of his post-ups today, so there's room to grow.
Keshad had 10 points pretty quickly. Did you notice him just looking extra aggressive?
Which is so cool for Key. I mean, Key was a guy, who came here, and and we were told, great kid, plays hard, winner, ultimate team guy, which he is, all those things, but maybe a little bit limited offensively. And for him to score 20 points quietly is pretty special. And he hits a couple threes early in the game and gets a couple baskets, and I just still see room to grow in there. I mean, I think he and I are going to talk. We talked during the game and after, just on some ideas we can continue to help him get better and find more opportunities. But he's a really good basketball player, and to score 20 in a Pac-12 meaningful Pac-12 game, I mean, shows how far he's come.
Can you talk about the defense in the second half? They shot 38%. So
yeah, I mean, they're something to guard. They're smart, they're calculated. They have some matchups that make you make decisions. I mean, 55. I mean, he is a heck of a player, and he puts you in situations where you like you can really guard him well, and he still makes it. Which can be tough. And I thought our guys did a good job kind of handling that, and then we kind of got a little bit of a lead on them, made a little run, and then they kind of maybe tilted their offense to kind of go more perimeter and kind of just a lot more pitch and catch stuff we would call. And I thought our guys did a good job adjusting. They even played Carlson at the 5, and which we had O out there, so we had to kind of. We lived with a couple of threes at first, and then we switched to a switching defense, and that was able to kind of get us over the top.
These past 2 games, I think 120 points allowed after 100 in the previous. Is this more what you're expecting compared?
It better be. I mean, it better be. I mean, we're not trying to give up 100. I mean, that ain't a winning formula. We need to be a great defensive team, and I can't wait for this week of practice. We do need a little rest. We've been on a gauntlet. I mean, Christmas ended up not being a rest for us. We have not had a break, and we played a really tough schedule right into the road in Pac-12. I think it caught up to us a little bit against a good Stanford team. Coming back home was great, but we need a week where we can just take a breath, have a couple days off, and really focus on ourselves. And so I'm excited to get back to work this week, and obviously being a great defensive team is going to be number 1 on the agenda.
Carlson had 7